time.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The reason I like to do Q&As is because I feel like I give you a very one-sided view of what I'm going through. So it's fun to sometimes ask you guys what you're going through and what questions you have and based on what you're experiencing, which is why I love a Q&A. So let's get started. What are your bucket list marathons? Ooh, my gosh, so many. The London Marathon is what I for sure want to run next year. Boston, of course. Tokyo. Those are off the top. Oh, and I want to do an Ironman. I know, terrifying. How do you bounce back from a period of time that you've gone off track with training? Melissa, have you seen BQ or Bust? I swear to God, I feel like I'm always off track training. I feel like I'm always doing something wrong and that I'm always just crashing and burning, which is my own BS. It is so incredibly difficult to trust your training. Life happens. Things are gonna come up. There's gonna be speed bumps. You're gonna get hurt probably in weird ways. I'm not saying you're gonna break your leg, but I struggle a lot with calf stuff and my hips and my knees. So Josh has built in these off weeks. I just moved and I couldn't do my long run on Sunday. So we build in these little cushions for when life happens. So the best way to deal with it is to just plan for it. It's totally okay to get off track just so long as you're motivated to get back into it, and just be patient. Figure out how to have fun until it's normal again, and then just make it a part of your routine. If I don't work out at the exact same times and I know what days and times I'm gonna be working out, I just won't do it. 6 will roll around and I'll be I can name 8 things. And I live in New York City. I live in one of the coolest cities in the entire world. So making running a priority when that is my playground is really hard. But I want to do it, so I make it a priority. Can we talk a little bit about sneakers? Do you always wear the same pair, or do you switch it up? How do you know if you're wearing the correct size and style? This is my current struggle as I train for my first marathon this fall. Get it. Just been getting new insoles for my old favorites. I've tried 2 different new ones, but my toes go numb or my feet feel sharp pain, so I obviously... Okay, so if your feet are going numb or if your toes are in pain, that's either you're in the wrong shoe or you need to go to the doctor. So I am gonna let you deal with that one, but here's my thing about shoes. I've spent so long stressing about shoes, and then once I started becoming a blogger, I got less control over what shoes I wear. I've now worn almost every single brand out there, and I've liked all of them. I've felt great in them all. There's some that I loved more than others, but I could have run a marathon happily in any of those shoes. Right now I have 2 pairs of shoes that I'm rotating. I have a smaller insole for racing shorter distances, and then I have a more stable neutral shoe for running around in. The black ones that you've seen me in, they're both New Balance, and I love them both. I can't tell you what they are. My best advice for you for shoes is to not stress about finding the perfect pair of shoes. I've tried so many different pairs of shoes and I've loved them all for different reasons. So branch out, try new things, don't worry about it too much. Try them out in the store, you'll be fine. What has been the difference maker for you? I've been trying to be cute for the past 2 years. My training and tubes indicate that I'm capable, but the marathons have shown otherwise. Trying again for a 3rd time on 9/11. Jen, not knowing you at all or knowing your training or your times or anything, it sounds mental. Do you have a running coach? I would absolutely suggest a running coach. Josh is a great coach. I highly recommend him. Reach out to Josh, hire him. He will change your life. But I think trying to beat Q is a lot different than trying to run your first half marathon or 5K or 10K or marathon, which is why I tell you to get a coach, because it'll just make it such a difference. Trying to be Q is so much work that investing a teeny bit more in something like a coach would be very beneficial. But if you're running your first half marathon or your first marathon or your first 10K or 5K or mile, just get an app and follow a training plan. And then most of all, believe in yourself. If you don't believe you can be Q, you're probably not going to. That's been my biggest thing. I know how hard it is. I'm on the same page. It's difficult. And then just don't give up. It'll happen. It has to happen. If you do the work, you will get there. You can do it though. You can do it, I believe in you. Did you get faster naturally? I know you're working on speed now, but have you always? I've been running about 3 years, had a baby in there, congratulations, and my pace seems to stay the same. Granted, it's super hot, maybe I'll run faster when it cools down. That's a hard one. When I lived in San Diego, the only goal was to survive. That was my first 3 half marathons, and then my first marathon. It was just run for fun. I moved here and I didn't run with anyone until 8 months after I lived here. This is how funny this is. One of my good friends, Chloe, who now lives in Europe, she used to be a Lululemon ambassador, and on Tuesdays she used to have this run club, and hers were always like hill repeats or speed work and stuff like that, and that was never for me. So I would show up and we'd go to a track, and I would just run circles around the track easily while everyone else did the workout, because I just was like, I run for fun. I don't want to run faster, when secretly I was just afraid to. I mean, I always had time goals, but all I did was push myself. I didn't actually structure my workouts to run faster. So it wasn't really until January of this year that I really buckled down and started kicking my ass and pushing myself to run faster times, like with November Project Los Angeles, running the Hollywood Bowl. I really started kicking it into high gear and seeing what I was capable of and getting really uncomfortable in workout. And then when I came back here and I brought Josh on to the whole BQ or bust experience, Josh has me running really, really intense hard workouts twice a week. Tuesdays we run tempo interval stuff in the park, and then Thursdays we're at the track running 200, 400, 600 mile repeats, really structured track workouts. So I didn't naturally get faster. It's hard. I'm not a natural runner at all. This is not my jam. But definitely the heat has something to do with it, 100%. What's the secret? The secret is to have fun. I do so much better when I'm having fun. If I'm suffering, I am dead in the water. If I am having a difficult time, but I'm laughing and screaming Beyonce like I was yesterday, I'm having a good time, and I will walk away with a smile on my face. The secret is to have fun. Figure out how to have fun. I swear to God, that's the secret. What do you do for speed? I have Josh. And then I just push myself to my breaking point every single day. I mean, you guys have seen me. This has been so hard. I'm struggling so much. Getting faster is not easy, but really you do just have to run faster. And then you just have to believe that you can do it. When I saw 6:55, 7:05 minute miles on my training plan yesterday, I freaked out. But no brainer, I did it. With a lot, not with ease, but it definitely wasn't hard as I thought it was going to be. You just have to trust. Trust is so much. How do I set a realistic goal time for my next race? I wasn't worried about speed for my first, but I definitely want to PR the next. You saw me. I decided to set my goal from 3:59 to 3:32. So is that realistic? Not really. I think anything that you think you're capable of doing, but that will challenge you that, then go for it. So what if you fail? You'll have another opportunity. Just do something that excites you. And my goal for 2 years was to break 2 hours in the half marathon. It took me 5 tries. But it was awesome when I did it. And then it took me 4 tries to break 4 hours in a marathon. And even then I did it in 3:59, 20. Set a time that excites you and then chase it down. Oh, you recently spoke about how you loved running for fun, and now with the goal to BQ, your runs are all purposeful and training driven. My question is, have you ever managed to have fun runs during this training cycle? Also, one more. Can I do 2? Yes, you can do 2. Wait, before I read the second, I'll answer the first. Yes, I still have fun on my fun runs. Josh has me doing 2 or 3 recovery runs a week where I just dick around and listen to music and dance like a crazy person. Absolutely, I try to have fun. And also the people I run with are really fun, and November Project's really fun. Fun is a very important quality in my training. And also, yesterday at the track, that was fun. I can't believe I just said that. Are you tweaking your nutrition as the time goes by, getting closer to Chicago? I know you've been waiting on Insight Tracker results as well. I have the Insight Tracker results. I'm waiting to share them with you to see if I can't get someone on board to help me with them. Sorry, I'm making you wait. Stay tuned. I have been changing my nutrition, and I'm not doing a great job of it. I tried to redo my entire diet a month and a half ago, and just crashed and burned. I love sugar, and I have the worst sweet tooth. I eat really healthy, but I also like treat myself. So I am gonna redo my diet. Not redo my diet, I'm just gonna eat really healthy. It's just expensive, and I'm in a weird transition, and I don't have a place to live yet, so that's been difficult. I'd love to know what you eat before long runs. Food before, during, or after tends to be a problem for me in finding what doesn't upset my stomach. Any good ideas? If you are someone who finds your stomach upset a lot, I would keep a journal and write down exactly what you eat for like 48 hours before your harder runs, and then tweak it around as you go. But having a journal and seeing stuff will be a big eye-opener for you. I tend to just eat pretty bland. I have before a long run, I'll have a bagel with like nothing on it at all. I'll just have a half a bagel or a full bagel or an English muffin, a banana maybe. There's lots of foods I eat. I don't really restrict myself or try to eat one thing. I'll have an apple with some peanut butter sometimes. Sometimes I'll have a bagel with scrambled eggs if I'm feeling really adventurous. That's kind of like the extent of what I'll eat. Oh, you know what? That's a lie. I've been eating a lot of corn muffins this go around because I've just been craving them. Probably not the best for you, but it's been fine. Knock on wood. Keep it bland. Less fiber, the better. All right, we're gonna end there. Q&A success! We'll do this again next week. Keep kicking ass, everyone.